Hi everyone, welcome to Moneymakers Academy. So for today's video, today is about section 8.3, which is rational versus irrational behavior, and this is part of our economics literacy program. So traditional economists are based off of the idea that consumers are rational. This is an assumption that we often utilize in economics, and even though this is not realistic, economists often sort of consider that individuals are rational, and by rational I mean that they know how to maximize their utility. But in reality, as many of you might be questioning, individuals, we ourselves are not rational human beings. Sure, we might be rational at times, but majority of the time our brain, and this is like obviously proven by psychology of course, we act based on emotion, habit, and cognitive bias, which is frequently guided by more emotions rather than logic. And this is what economists call irrational behavior. And this is sort of known as the bounded rationality in economics. And it basically like criticizes that we often assume that consumers are rational, but in reality they're not. And so this is one of the limitations. And this is where behavioral economics comes in. So it sort of blends psychology with economics to explain why consumers deviate from rational behavior. And some of the reasons for that is there are 4 reasons listed in the Moneymakers Academy lesson plan. I'll go over all of them. So firstly, there's anchoring bias. So anchoring bias is the fact that people tend to rely heavily on the first piece of information they'll see. For example, I think I utilized this in the previous videos as well. For example, in supermarkets, um, many supermarkets will advertise products as $4.99 or like $10.99 or like $50.99. Oh no, $49.99 instead of like 50, 15, or even 5. And the reason for that is because people often see the 0.99 and think that they're like saving money even though it's just 1 cent, and this is like proven psychologically as well. And this is basically what we call anchoring bias, which is that people rely on the first piece of information they see. For example, in the supermarket they might see these are the best eggs, so they will trust that information. And the reason we do that is because being logical at all times is very demanding, and our brains are capable of that, but it's very exhausting. And so in order to like not exhaust ourselves, we often rely on not the logical part of our brain, but rather the part that which doesn't think as much. I forgot the exact term for it, but I think there's a term for it. I think it's either I believe it's called automotive system in our brain, and that's essentially what we do. We sort of interpret information as quickly as possible rather than being logical, as we don't want to exhaust ourselves, and that's basically anchoring bias. And this also sort of comes hand in hand with loss aversion, which is that we fear losses more than we value gains. So a person might avoid investing even if the potential return outweighs the risk. And this is particularly interesting because as humans we would rather not lose than rather win, if that sort of makes sense. So we would so and I'm using a lot of retail example, but I think that that's a very good way to phrase it. um in supermarkets, what they will often do is like they'll say buy one get one free or buy two get one free. That's essentially loss aversion. We would rather get buy one get one free rather than just buy one, even though the buy one get one free might be a bit more expensive. And the reason is that we don't want to lose, and that's essentially what loss aversion is. Lastly, there is present bias. So this is also called instant gratification, and this is the tendency that we want to like reward ourselves right now rather than in the long term. So it explains overspending. For example, few days ago I went to the Apple store, and like I went to buy one thing but I ended up buying like 2 more products. And the reason for that is because even as someone who studies economics, I wasn't I couldn't control myself to sort of buy products. And even though they might have been necessary, I could have like not bought them because they're not that important, or like not or like they will not hinder me from like working. And that's essentially what sort of present bias is. We tend to sort of reward ourselves currently than rather than wait in the future. And the reason for that is sort of embedded in how humans sort of genetically evolved. Lastly, there is herd mentality. So people will often mimic others, and I think herd mentality is pretty self-explanatory. If, for example, recently there's this Labubu craze, and I'm not particularly aware of what the craze is, but I'm aware that it's a doll, and people are paying crazy prices for it, and the reason for that is because it's all over social media. So Labubus are a pretty good example of herd mentality. So these biases are what affecting people. Ultimately, it's hard to be rational at all times, but try to sort of know, like try to like think when you see the prices in the store, buy one get one free, or like $4.99 is a five. Think like this is a loss aversion technique, or this is anchoring bias, and to thinking subconsciously regarding that, in that aspect, we sort of tend to become more rational consumers rather than irrational consumers. So that was all for today. Stay tuned for the fun facts, which is chapter 8.4 of Moneymakers Academy for the Economic Literacy Program. And thank you for watching today.